Alrighty! What's up, motherfuckers and scumbags, you pieces of shit? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for video number 2 on your Friday evening, getting close to your Friday night, July the 6th, 2026. Thank you all for watching this video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below in my pants, otherwise known as the subscription box below. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels in the past, now, and in the future, Conan. But all these stupid comments, you will get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten with a baseball bat, and then Ozzy and Satan will come out and laugh at you and then eat your rotting soul. And that's it. You'll be sent down even further to the 669th level of hell. And that's pretty much it. So don't do it. Go do somewhere else with that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, on social media. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, you miss anything. You're SOL. I think we all know what that means by now. Some of you don't know, but look it up if you don't know. And that's that. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. Sit down, sit back, relax, grab the gold one. You'll love it. Put your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, get out of here. And go fuck yourself. And that's that. Alright, check out my last video. Talk about Sheamus leaving the WWE. Where does he go? Don't know. TNA, AEW, Japan, Triple A, Indies. Who knows where he's going to go. He might retire. I don't know. He's 48. He might have a little bit left in the tank, but we'll see what happens with good old Sheamus, fella! We get that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, everything I'm going to tell you right now is going to be said right now. But Peter, what happened to then? You missed it, dude. But when will it be now, Peter? When will it be now? Soon, my friend, soon. Soon. It will be now, soon. But right now, listen up, kiddies, because there might be a test later. On your Monday night, not Friday, but it's Monday, July the 6th, 2026, as we're coming off a big, booming, hot, steaming hot 4th of July weekend. Got some rain here in the Northeast. Good. Cooled off today. Gonna be around 77 tomorrow, but back into the heat by Thursday. And then kind of dips a little bit more rain. It's going to be Seattle weather almost this week here in New York, but got to get through it. So the first official week of July is started, and right now it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown, as I call it, Weltdown review for this past Friday night, July the 3rd, taped, our first tape show of the 2-hour era. Because it's 2 hours now. And we are emanating, July 3rd, 2026, emanating from the Boardwalk Hall where Raw was, in AC, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Great place to be during the summer. Not so much the fall, but I digress. Alright. I'm going to get into that. Alright, our commentary team, same as Monday Night Raw this past Monday, the legendary Michael Cole and Corey Slave. And we get that. Alright, so we start off with the new World Heavyweight Champion, the Undisputed Champion, Mr. Sami Lame. Sami Zayn, let's go! Comes out, big reaction, you know, his Ride or Die fans are loving him, appreciates the love, and reactions, and all that other shit. And, you know, he says, it's kind of funny because, you know, a lot of you people booed me, jumped on and off my bandwagon. You know, he's like, I won't say I told you so, but I told you so. You know, I'm a good guy who won the title the right way, yes, technically. So, here to celebrate, and he will forever be known as a WrestleMania main eventer and a Grand Slam champ, because also as a WWE champion, blah, 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 blah. And nothing can take that away from him, but then this guy comes out, Cody, MD Cody, you missionary-style promo bitch! So he comes out, Sarah's like, I don't want to talk to you. But Cody's like, hey, I just want to congratulate you he goes to leave, and then Sammy's like, "Get in here, Cody. What do you really want to talk about?" And then Jey Uso, the Yeet Man, he comes out because how he said on Raw that he was gonna go to SmackDown, talk to Sammy. So they do the stupid handshake slapping thing, little bloodline. So he respects Sammy, but I gotta bring the title back to Roman and the bloodline. Cody's like, "What year are we in? What year are you in, dumbass?" It's like bringing it back to the family sounds kind of ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, Lottie Appleton. No, he didn't say that. Jay's a former world champ, but we're here to talking about my rematch. Sammy's not happy with that. He's like, "You're never gonna take the title from me, and as far as you go, Jay, the title technically is still in the family." He goes, he's still the honorary Oos. Jay, you're not feeling pretty oosy, are you? How are we feeling today? Are we feeling pretty oosy today, guys? I think we all are. Some of you are. I am. I'm feeling pretty damn oosy today. Even Rose is feeling pretty damn oosy. Ain't that right? Yeet. She eats. In the bedroom, too. Oh, yeah, hey, Jey Uso, how about those divorce papers you got there today? Not a good day for you. Well, yep. Jey Uso and his wife, Tanisha, something like that. Well, Tanisha filed divorce papers today. I guess she found out somehow through the grapevine Jay is banging Jada Parker. Either Jay told him or she went up to Jay's like, "Are you banging Jada Parker?" Jay's like, "Yeet. Fuck you, I don't want a divorce." That's why you do not marry a wrestler. This is what happens. Well, you're not getting into wrestling because, you're married outside of wrestling, your marriage goes bye-bye. Just saying, do not get into the wrestling business if you're already spoken for. Because you don't see your wife for a lot of the time, especially if you're working for WWE. You don't see that wife, you don't see that girlfriend for a while, or boyfriend, no discrimination, but you don't see them for a while, and the next thing you know, they're straying to somebody else. They're getting the temptation, they're seeing some big beefy men slapping meat in that ring, they want a piece of that meat. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Guys, you see a hot chick in the ring, like EO, well, not so much EO, because that's my chick. You see, like, Roxanne Perez, you see, So Ruka, you see anybody and you want a piece of that ass, you're like, yeah. Whether it be them flirting with you, you're hanging out with friends. Right, Jay? Friends. Next thing you know, you're in bed, next thing you know, it's all on the internet. Because you're walking together, you're holding hands, and next thing you know, the rumor mill goes around. Jey Uso and Jada Parker at a bar, holding hands, dancing together. Everybody's like, "Oh, they're just, they're friends, right?" Friends my ass. Can't just be friends in wrestling. You can't be friends. You can be friends for 10, 15 years. Next thing you know, just things happen. "I like you so much. Let's have sex, What, you guys gotta stop and say, "No, I'm just looking for." She won't know, don't worry about it. Right? She won't know until like 6 months later. When it's out on the internet. Next thing you know, you're getting a call from your girl. "Hey, what's going on?" "Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What are you doing?" "Nothing. What's going on with you and, what's her name?" "What do you mean, what's her name? What are you talking about? What's her name?" "Oh, I read the dirt sheet's been saying that you were at a bar with so-and-so having a great time." "Yeah, we're friends." Right. "I don't want to talk to you anymore." Click. I'm like, "Alright, whatever." I got a chick right next to me banging her all night. Fuck that shit. That's why I never got further in the wrestling business. But, you know, if you know my XWF lore, you know. Being with so many women in XWF, it's insane! That's why I used to be called the Hollywood bad boy, not Adam Cole's former gimmick. Way back when. But, man, I was the ladies' man back in XWF. I had so many women on my dick, it was insane. My super dick, that is. But we say that for another time. Alright, so we get that. So, anyway, Adam Pearce comes out. The acting GM, since Nick Aldis is on temporary leave, thanks to Walter. He comes out and says, hey, you know, my job is to find you, Sammy, my job is to find you a challenger. So since we got these two guys in the ring, they're gonna fight, and the winner faces you for the #1 contendership. Blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, Sammy, you defend that title on Raw this Monday against one of these two men. Or could it be all three? No. We'll see. So, Sammy's like, hey, you know, I don't like this, Pierce. So we got that all night. I'm like, ugh. And then Sammy knocks over a harmless water bottle. He's back, you know. I'm sorry to Poland Spring and all the water bottle companies, you know, because, you know, those innocent water bottles have families, damn it. Alright, then we hear from the Queen. Charlotte Flair cost Jade Cargill at Night of Champions because Jade cost her on SmackDown in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Miss Bliss comes in, says, would have been nice to have been told you would be here or be at Night of Champions, but Charlotte says, well, I didn't need to tell you, but you're teaming up with the Women's United States Champion. It's Tiffy time! Daddy! What? I just want to say hello. I gotta go. Oh, thank you. Bye, sunshine. Hey, bye, Daddy. Okay. Moving on. So Tiffy comes in, says, I don't need you, and then, I don't need you, Charlotte, and then, Chelsea Green! Madam President, she comes in, says, I got your back, Tiffy! And then she's like, I'll see you out there, Charlotte. What was that about? Alright, we get that. Alright, then we get to a 6-woman tag team match. We have the Baddies, Jade, B-Fab, and Mia Yim taking on Charlotte, Chelsea Green, and Tiffy Tip. Decent match for under 9 minutes. B-Fab offers a distraction, and then Jade Cargill went for Jaded, but then Chelsea got out of it, goes for Unprettier. Jade reverses that into Jaded, which is reversed into a fruit roll-up for basically nothing. Because B-Fab comes in with a distraction. And Jade picks her up, hits Jaded, 1, 2, 3 to get the win. So we got that. So Charlotte and Jade probably leading into SummerSlam in a couple weeks. That's going to be epic. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we're going to look back at the Walter Nick Aldis incident, which they got sent home. Adam Pearce is on doing Raw and SmackDown duties until it's going to be Aldis comes back, which might be this Friday. We'll see what that's at. Speaking of Adam Pearce, on the phone with somebody, and well, he's not pleased. I wonder why. Hunter's in his ear. Oh, you're doing a bad job. So Sami Zayn comes in, not happy with Pearce telling him he's got to defend the belt on Raw. So Pearce suggests that I'm going to bring some SmackDown stars to Raw for a super show. Oh, we haven't said that in a while. And Sami will have an opportunity. What does that mean? You're defending the belt, moron. So Sami's kind of annoyed because over to Johnny Gargano, so Johnny Plank Gano, and Candice LeRae with a water bottle strategically placed there, saying, I might have not won without you. I might have not won without you being here for me. And then Candice LeRae takes a picture with them, and then he knocks over a water bottle. Why not? Alright, we move on with that. That's that. Alright, then we have the Triple A Cruiserweight title on the line. Rey Fenix, the champ, takes on the soon-to-be former Latin American champion, El Hijo de Vikingo, who is now injured with his leg injury, thanks to a certain guy named Keanu Carver. And Rey Fenix retained the title with the Mexican Muscle Buster in just about 9 minutes. Good match. We move on. Alright, now we're going to look back at the lovely Blake Monroe. Oh my. Attacking my girl Julia last week. That leads to Julia with, what's her name? Not Jackie Redmond, can't think of her fucking name. Kathy Kelly, excuse me. She's happy to put Kiana James behind her, would love to fight Blake face to face anytime. Kiana James comes in, talks some more shit. And, next thing you know, Blake jumps Julia from behind, throws into some electrical equipment, or some anvil cases, basically, and then she pulls away, it's like, ah, and then she yells at Julia, and then Kiana comes in, it's like, ah, starts mocking her, and then she gets beat up by Blake Monroe. So, Blake making an impact on Smackdown. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, they're going to recap of Seth freaking Rollins and my tribal chief and yours. Put up your ones, fuckers. Roman Reigns, a showdown from Raw last week, setting up their SummerSlam match on night 2. Most likely. We got that. Then we got Jimmy Uso talking to Jacob Batu, when Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs, comes in, says, hey, Jacob, why you been ignoring me? Did Roman not give you permission? So Jimmy, I think it was Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy says, well, we're here to find Solo, me Wookie. And says, hey, have you seen him? Roy says, well, that blood doesn't make you family. Ooh. He says, and he's like, I've been there for Jacob for 14 years, and that makes us family. Jimmy's like, I don't think so. And then he leaves with Jacob. And that's that. Alright, Raw's about to start. Gotta fire up Netflix. I hope my Tribal Chief comes out first. Let's see. Alright, gotta fire it up. Here we go. Takes a little time. Alright, we're good. Alright, we are ready to go live. It's about to go live. So that's 8 o'clock. Let's go live. Rated TV PG for violence. Okay. Who knows? Alright, so after that, Trick Willie Shabone, the U.S. champ, along with his good buddy Little Yachty, they come out. And then Carmelo Hayes, he comes out. They have a little discussion, if you will, of the issues. Carmelo says, I deserve another title shot. Accuses Trick of turning that title a title that I helped build into just an accessory. He's like, hey Trick, I gave you a discount code on WWEshop.com if you want something to hold, so put the belt on the line. And then Yada's like, I'm not impressed with you. He says, I don't think we should give this young, small man, because he's short, a match. So, we're gonna match this Friday night, but it's a non-title match, and Trick's like, you gotta earn it, like Smith Bunny, you earn it. And then Trick knocks him down with a pimp smack. Damn, they leave, and then Carmelo with a big flippy dippity-doo to take them out. So, we'll see what happens this Friday. This is their second or third actual match on SmackDown together. Should be interesting. But I probably see some chicanery with Little Yachty getting involved. Look at that. Alright, there we go. Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you. You don't like that? You are cursed! He's on the phone, like a 1930s phone, and we see The Miz and Kit Wilson, the Shockers, basically. They're in the background, like, awesome! Toxic! And then Matt fucking Cardona comes in, says, hey, what's going on, Mr. Danhausen? Danhausen says, hey, I got a match with Katie McDumpfuck at Saturday night's event next Saturday night in MSG. And I got some help coming in from New York. I wonder who that could be. He's got people from New York. It could be the Knicks. It could be Jalen Brunson. I don't know. says, I was just on the phone with them. It could be more people than Jalen Brunson, maybe. He's on the phone, but Cardona points out that the phone is not plugged in. Dumbass. And then Mr. Danhausen says, don't worry about that. Just twist this knob, and, I gotta see if this thing works or anything. So he twists it, and then Miz and Kit Wilson get fried even more. And then Dan's like, God damn it, the champion ain't messed up with my knob! And he tells Cardona that you're in charge of these two now. And then Cardona mentions spiking your hair. And Kit Wilson might say, awesome. Okay. We got that. Oba! Whoo! Jimmy. He's walking in the back. He's got a purpose. The king of the ring. Not even using the title shot against Roman. He's facing Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell on night 1. JD McDumpfuck's picking his nose with Mr. Danhausen Nick jersey. So Judgment Day is in the house. The Street Profits are outside with the fans. Angelo Dog is a Montez Ford. Nice suit day, Montez. Who does your tailoring? Maybe it's from the Men's Warehouse. Now, Sami Zayn in his Corvette comes into the parking lot. The new champ. Better not lose that belt tonight. So, we'll see what happens with that. I think we're gonna hear from Seth freaking Rollins. Maybe I think my Tribal Chief's on tonight. Who's these guys? Who the fuck are these people? These idiots. Where's Lord? Here's Sami Zayn, the man of the people, talking to everybody. Oh, now he talks to Cody. Fuck him. Fuck Cody. Sami's like, I'm gonna beat you tonight, Cody, in Chicago! Yes, that's right, Sami. Sami's like, oh, you're just gonna jump back and take your spot back. Hey, right there, Golden Boy? Not happening. I'm walking out the champ, bitch. So Cody's like, oh, I just want to say good luck. Right. Right. There's going to be some chicanery in this match. I can feel it. Oh, somebody attacked Cody. Who's that? Walter! Walter's back! Powerbomb to the table! By God almighty, Tony Schiavone! So Walter's back from suspension. Powerbombs Cody to fucking hell. Good man. Now he's yelling at Sami. Uh-oh. Give me Walter and Sami at SummerSlam. Sami's like, I can't believe you did that. Now Walter's calling Sami the disgrace of a champ. Damn. He's like, you never should have won in the first place. Then he kicked the door of Sami's car. Damn, into Cody's face, and he's busted wide open on the ear. Blood! You gotta love it. Fuck you, Cody. So we get the medic, Jason Jordan. Get the medic! Get the medic! Ha ha! Violence! You gotta love it. You gotta love it. I have a feeling Walter's gonna come back out. Well, Seth freaking Rollins is here. You know what that means? My Tribal Chief might be coming out soon. So I gotta get this done. Alright, so Matt Cardona is taking care of the Shockers, Miz and Kit Wilson. We'll see how that ends. Probably not well enough, but we'll get that. Alright, women's action. We got Botch Bella with Paige, tag team champions, taking on Lainey Reed of Fatal Influence with Fallon Dawn Henley and JC Jane at ringside, looking hot as always. This match was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Did I say 3 minutes and 20 seconds? Yes, I did. Match was garbage. Fallon tried to interfere. Paige took her out, throws her into the barricade. JC Jane tries to help out. She got sent into the ring post. Ow! But then Fallon gets back up as Brie goes outside to help her partner, but that didn't work because as soon as she got back in the ring, Lady hit that running knee strike, almost like not V-trigger-esque, but it is what it is. They get the win. Well, Laney gets the win. And that's pretty much it. Didn't like the match at all. And Nikki Bella's coming back pretty soon because she's back training now. Great. Move on. Alright. Go to the back. R-Truth, beats Ben Frazier in a hot dog eating contest. This was a funny segment. Poppy Priest, who's now in Triple R, by the way. So he's going to do some Triple R work. So I guess those tag team titles are going to be gone by Friday. So he wants ketchup on his hot dog. Then the War Machine comes in, Eric and Ivar, and say, hey, you guys should be focused on our all-or-nothing tag team title semi-unification. So then Ivar eats one of the hot dogs, and Archer's like, hey, you bit his wiener! You're supposed to swallow that! Oh, dude! Come on, Truth, this is a family show! Right. That was funny. I started to chuckle. That's not PG! And then Truth promises to take the mask off of them. And then Priest's like, they're not wearing masks, you idiot! Somebody gotta sign R-Truth to a lifetime contract. He's funny, he's weird. He's a Hall of Famer. Put the guy in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna get crucified, I don't give a shit. Seth Rollins is here. Burn it down! Okay. Alright, then we go look back at Brock Lesnar and Oba Febby. The segment from Raw resulting in Hell in a Cell on night 1 of SummerSlam. Alright, that's it. Alright, Cody's going to the ring, runs into Fiend Balor, and he apologized for not saying it, but welcome to Smackdown. Balor says, one of the reasons I came here was to face you, but I wanted to go face you for the belt, so get that belt back. And then the resident gremlin, Tamatanga, yeah! He comes in and says, hey, I went to the family elders for guidance, meaning former Bullet Club members. Then, Hikuleo jumps him, and they beat him up 2-on-1, leave him laying. And then Tom was like, I'm closing the book on my past, and you're next. So we got that match on Friday Night SmackDown. Should be good. Former members of the Bullet Club. Interesting. Look at that. Alright, then we get to the main event, number 1 contenders match to see who faces Sammy on Raw. Cody versus Jay. Pretty good match. Turns to a brawl. They go to the outside. Getting to the end. Jay knocks Cody down. Tries a suicide splash. Gets raised knees. Then a 1925 sleeper works a little bit better for Jay. They go into the corner where Jay tries, and I don't know what he was doing, but Cody slipped away, grabs Crossroads, and Jay landed on his fucking neck. Twice this happened. I was like, damn your neck! And Cody gets the win in 15.5 minutes, so he faces Sammy tonight for the belt, and hopefully we do not get a new champion, because I think everybody will boycott the WWE. And that's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So SmackDown, I thought it was decent. 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment down below. You do a video, you do whatever you want. Comment, do your own video. Like the video, dislike, I don't give a shit. That's that. Alright, so I'm gonna watch the rest of Raw. See if Roman comes out, because Seth's just yapping away. So we'll see what happens with that. And then later, after Raw, we'll talk about TNA and Ring of Honor this week. Found out that All Out will be end of September 26th, I believe, in Chicago, Illinois, at the Now Arena. Death Before Dishonor, the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view, is going to be in the legendary ECW Arena. Nice. I might actually go to that. This is not hop, skip, and jump. Not a hop, skip, and jump, but, you know, that filth hole, that smelly fucking bathroom. Jesus Christ. But first time ever, Ring of Honor, I believe Ring of Honor pay-per-view inside the ECW arena. Been in the 2300 arena, which is pretty much across the street. But now it's going to be in Viking Hall on the corner of Swanson and Rittner. But Death Before Dishonor, August the 21st. So 2 days before Summerversary. Not Summerversary, sorry, Lockdown. That's going to be a good weekend. And then next weekend, the weekend after that, gonna be insane. All In, and then you got Triple I and NXT pretty much at the same time. Crazy. to end your August. Let's watch anything happening this month besides Redemption at the end of this month, July 26th. Santa's main event, 8 days before that. So, we get that. Alright, let's hear what Seth freaking Rollins has to say. Maybe the Tribal Chief comes out. But until next time, my friends, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. And that's it. Until next time, my friends, peace.